Okay, another video, same day. I'm going to try to use some of the terminology that they use in the book. So I might screw it up, but I'm going to try it. So this is going to be called Common Integer Math Operations. And first we'll run it. Well, no, let's show the button. There's one button. Take a button, pull it over here, and click it. You gotta click it. Notice right now it says form. So button. The text is math test. And then button integer math. In other words, it's short. So I don't know, call it a syntax or what you call it. It's just a way to identify it when you get into the code. And I didn't name the form, but if I want to name the form, I'll just call it big. Enter. See, now it says big up here, but we already talked about that, so I'm just going to go back. Enter. Form 1. Okay, so now I don't know if I forgot. Did I run it? So here goes start. Again, this is copied out of the book. There's a button. There's the button. It's called Form 1. Math test. Okay, so 1 message box, 2 message box, 3 message box, 4 message box. And you notice there's no close button. So let's look at the code. So I'm going to try to use some of this terminology out of this book. So I know we went over this, but I think let me stop this for a second, see the terminology they use. Okay, so I'm back. Again, the green is comments, basically telling what we're doing. And we're in the form. There's only one button, but it's form 1. And this button is the only button there is. See, there's a sub starts here, ends here. Class ends here, starts here. Again, that's for future videos, but anyway, dim, again, to me, dim means remember the name of the variable as an integer. In the last video, we said the value is a data type that doesn't have any decimal points. And we'll get into decimal points later on. And other names you can, other data types. But anyway, set number, add number, and display results. And you know, it's easy to just read this stuff, but when you have to type, I would suggest you once in a while you start your own program and just see if you can write something by yourself. But anyway, so what they're saying is we're taking this number, let this name equal 16, or let this, well, it's integer. So we'll just say let's see what they say. Yeah, what they're saying is let integer number equal 16, and integer number equals integer number plus 8. So integer number is 16. Then the same as last time, we open the box, we put the text, quote, close quote, and we learned last time that is an operator. It's allowing these things, it's allowing this text and this 16 and 8 to show up as a string, converts the number value of instances So we did that. And we talked about the comma last time. I'm just going through the book, so repetition doesn't hurt. Set number, subtract number. Oh, by the way, that's an operator. Equals an operator, plus is an operator. Again, it says it. Set number, subtract numbers, and display results. So let that name equal 24. I guess I want to say one more thing. Once it shows them, once this runs, then this is going to run, then this is going to run, then this is going to run. So anyway, let integer number be equal 24. Integer number equals 24 minus 2, and so on and so on. Let's see what's the next one. So we have a plus, we have a minus, we have a times. So 6 times the integer number. Where am I? I lost my spot. 6 times 10 basically looks like this. 6 times 10. And end of subroutine, or end of this module of the subroutine. Set number, divide number, and display results. Let basically it reads like let 12 be equal to the integer number. I guess it reads like that. But then the book says, and I don't quite get this, to be honest with you right now, because I tried to make it work, but what the book is saying is for the C type, and you can read it, the return is the result of explicitly converting an expression to a specific data type. So what it's saying is that let 12 be converted to a specific data type divided by 6. So 12 divided by 6, and it wants to be an integer. Well, we already know that an integer is, there's no decimal points. And message box show, open quote, text, or string text we'll call it, and this concatenation operator, integer number, which is 12 divided by 6, to string. Again, string, I had trouble when I was learning this to wrap my head around what a string is. It's basically, it's telling, all these words are these blue, well, all these, I can't really explain it right now. I guess maybe I don't know how to explain it. I guess that's just the truth. And then integer math will show up at the top of the message box. So looking at it again, we have one group of code, 2 groups of code, 3 groups, 4 groups, then end. So let's run it. Well, let's see if we can remember what this should be, first of all. 16 plus 8 is what? 24. 24 minus 22. Let me write this down. I got a lousy memory. 16 plus 8, 24. 24 minus 2 should be 22. 6 times 10 should be 60. And 12 divided by 6 should be 2. And in the last box at the top, well, all of them should say integer math, at the top of the message box, integer math. And the only difference in the text is addition test, subtraction test, multiplication test, and division test. By the way, if we click up here, we can see we only have one event, that's the forum, and we have one button, that's the math button. So forum 1, when you click the button, it makes this event happen. Again, the event is it's going to run the code with a click of button 1 or whatever we named it. I think we called it, I don't know, I think math test. So anyway, we're going to go start math test. That's what we named it in the text box, the button. So I wrote down 24, 22, 60, and the last one should be 2. So if I'm going too fast, just go back, I think, to the last video. Now there are some things in here that they talk about in the book that IntelliSense will do, but let me do something different first. Again, this is supposed to make sure that if this had decimal points, according to the book, this would force it to get rid of the decimal points because the integer doesn't show. The book says that if you go to, let's see if I can remember this, tools, options, project solutions, I'm trying to projects and solutions, and then Visual Basic Defaults, where is it? It says that if this is on or off, let me stop it 1 second. Okay, I'm just going to read out of the book what this says. The explicit conversation is not necessary when the option strict settings is set to off. Let's just turn it off. But is required when the setting, one more time, the explicit conversation conversion is not necessary when the option strict setting is off, but is required when it's on. Okay, so let's put it on. It was off. Okay. So I just want to try something which doesn't make sense to me. If I put 0.666, save, start, one, two, there's no decimal points. Now if I go back into tools, options, and turn this off, okay, just keep clicking save. Start, math test. There's no decimal point. I don't know what the book means with this. It'll probably show up again later. But yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it, to be honest with you. Save. But what we do want to do is we want to add a box that'll close this program. It's the only difference I'm going to make that isn't in the book. So we're going to go back here. We're going to add a button. We're just going to call it close. I'm going to hit enter. I didn't name the button. I didn't do the design name because we're just playing around here. Design name. It's called button 1. So let's see if that's stuck. We're going to write, if you remember from before, me. If you hit tab, me, dot, and there's the options. I see close. It's already highlighted. I'm going to hit tab. I'm going to click save. I'm going to do run. There's the close button. Let's try it now. It closed it. So let's run it again. Math test. It should be 24, 22, 62. 24, 22, 62. Close. So the only thing only difference really. Oh, they have one more thing that they're talking about, that some of these, they don't have to be this long, and you can see the little dots here. This is what they're showing in the book, is that you can change, instead of writing it this way, you can just write it this way. So what they're doing here is they're getting rid of the integer number integer number minus, let's just push it. So I'm going to push enter. Integer number minus equals. So what's the difference here? Integer number minus equals to. Let's run it. I'm going to turn off. Phone's ringing.
7-night all-inclusive
Listen to this.
complimentary cruise. For further details, press 0 now. Press 2 now to be.
Anyway, that's spam on my phone. By the way, if you get spam, you can just go to the message and scroll down to the bottom and block caller. At least on my iPhone. So close. So I think that's it for this. So what are the, okay? So again, it's called the solution. When I opened the program, I named page 45 to 48. You can see that here. Well, show if there's two buttons there now. There's two buttons because we added the close button. There should be one. Well, maybe there's two click events. Let's find out. No, it's just a click event. It's just that everything works by the click of the mouse. That is it. I think just to recap this, I mean, things that are different from the last video. You can change this to shorthand. Let's just change it. See if I can go back. Yeah, okay. So really the only thing is we have operators. That equals an operator, plus is an operator, minus is an operator, and ampersand is an operator, times is an operator. And this is just well, it says what it is. But does it work? I can't get it to work yet. And it might be because of Windows. Again, there's going to be some differences between between Visual Studio 219 and this book, but I can't tell you right now. We'll just find out as we go. I'm going to get this book because it was free. And by the end of it, it's like 400 pages. I don't know if I'm going to keep doing this forever, but it's just something to do instead of watching TV and not spending money.